This chapter talks briefly about managerial decision-making, why this is important, and very importantly, a cost-benefit analysis, that you always want the benefits to be greater than the costs, and how this applies to valuation, how time value of money fits in and the law of one price, and how we can use those concepts, and finally, the net present value decision rule, which is a very critical part of being able to value all the things that we're going to need to value in the remainder of this class. Learning objectives, again, talking a little bit about the role of financial managers, talking more about the valuation principle, and how interest rates are important to this valuation process, looking at future cash flows and figuring out what the worth of those future cash flows is. Now, in managerial decision making, the manager has to look at what are the costs and benefits associated with every decision. Real-world opportunities are usually very complex, and the costs and benefits are often difficult to quantify. So not only are you using finance skills, managers need skills from other disciplines. In addition to finance, they need to know about marketing, economics, organizational behavior, strategy, and operations. All of this goes into the managerial decision process of deciding what investments to accept. So let's look at a scenario. You want to substitute a new microchip in place of the existing circuit board. How do you decide if this is a good idea or not? The financial manager, with the help of internal and external experts, has to decide what are the financial benefits of this substitution. Are they going to have new markets? Are revenues going to increase? Are costs of producing whatever it is they're making decrease? Then you have to estimate what the new costs are, what the cost savings would be. Will this change the price of the product? Does this mean that you can charge a higher price? Only after careful analysis and making a lot of calculations can a manager make a proper decision. Very important for a manager to do a cost-benefit analysis, to compare what are the costs, what are the benefits at various points of time, what are the risks, and putting it all in common terms. As a normal part of life, everybody makes decisions that trade off benefits and costs. Going to college, should you get a job now or spend the money to go to college and potentially get a better paying job in the future? Buying the textbook, are you going to buy an ebook? Are you going to buy a hard copy book? Saving for a new car or house down payment, taking out a car loan or home loan, buying shares of stock, deciding which job is going to be best for you. In all of these decisions, you are comparing benefits and costs. And all of these decisions don't always have dollar amounts that you can put to those benefits or costs. With a job, you might choose a lower paying job because you know you will get more job satisfaction and have a more enjoyable lifestyle than you might with a higher paying job. For your car, do you want the most economical car, or do you want an impressive car that you will get pleasure from driving? I had a friend whose father wouldn't let her buy the Mustang that she wanted when she was a teenager. As soon as she was able to, that was the first purchase she made. She wanted that really bizarrely colored orange Mustang, and she got it. So again, you have lots of factors that are going to go into that cost-benefit analysis. Competitive markets are another area. When you buy something, we have pretty competitive markets. You know, you can compare prices from store to store, and maybe you'll find a better sale at one store than another. In competitive markets, the price is going to determine the value of the good. So what you think the price should be is irrelevant. And there are times when you're going to look at something and say, hey, I'm not going to pay that much for that product. Boy, that's not worth it. So you don't buy it. For someone else, they may get other satisfaction that makes it worthwhile for them to buy that market. So it is a competitive market, supply and demand. Who wants this? How much are they willing to pay for it? That, that determines what the price is going to be.